Hi everyone, my name is Ike and today's video will be a sort of mixed video of my August wrap up, my August book haul and my September to be read. August was a really miserable reading month for me. I read only 2 books, which is just awful. School started and things were very busy, so I only read 2 books, which were Frankenstein by Mary Shelley and Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. I think I will do a double review of those 2 books, but just to give you like a short update info about what these books are about and what I thought of them. Frankenstein is about a man who accidentally creates a monster, and this monster haunts his life, and it's the story of this man and of the monster. I thought the writing was very good. The surroundings are described in such a great way. It takes place in some beautiful places and those are just wonderfully described. I really like the idea of the story too, about this creator and the creation, and that you can't just abandon something that you have created. The main character kind of got on my nerves though. Sometimes I didn't understand the things that he did or that he said. What I think is great about this book is that you start to care for this monster, and this monster doesn't have a name. It's only described as like monster or it or thing, and the part of the story that is written from his point of view that he tells, that's just such a wonderful part, and I just cared so much about this creature that everyone hates in the book. He does very, very bad things, but you kind of understand him. I think that's a very strong part of the book. And the second book that I finished just a few days ago is Northanger Abbey by Jane Austen. I have to read this for a big school assignment. I chose to read it, but whenever I read it, it feels like I'm doing my homework because I have to make loads of notes and everything. So when I read this book, my emotions were sort of up and down. I really enjoyed the first bit. This is my first Austen that I've read, and I just love her writing style. She's very witty and sarcastic, she's very funny without trying to be funny, and I just love the main character and all the other characters with like very weird traits and stuff. But halfway the book slowed down a bit and I got a bit annoyed when some very embarrassing things happen, and then in the end I really enjoyed reading this book again. I talked with someone about this book on Goodreads and she said that it was supposed to be a parody of like the other gothic novels, and I thought that was, you could very much see that, like the characters, some are very stereotypical, but still I think I gave it 4 out of 5 stars in the end. I didn't only read 2 books, I also only bought 2 books, which is a very little amount for me. I usually buy a lot of books. The first book I want to show you is this. It's a Dutch book. It's called like Art Guide London, and I think it's super cool. It talks about different genres of art in different museums, like the British Museum, National Gallery, Tate Modern, Victoria and Albert Museum, and it looks very nice, I think. And I love reading about art, the ideas a painter has, the influences, what he tries to say with his painting or with the art. And I love London, and I'm sure I will visit London again because it's one of my favorite cities, and then when I will go to a museum I will know a lot more about all the beautiful masterpieces that I see. This is the sort of book that you just flip open sometimes and read a few pages and then just put it away again. But I'm very excited about this. A book that I'm much more excited about is this beautiful book. It's called The Selected Works of T. Spivet by Rolf Larsen, which I will probably pronounce completely incorrect. And I was in a bookstore and then I saw this amazing spine. Inside is absolutely gorgeous. Can you see it? There isn't only text, there are loads of like little notes and drawings, maps. It's just the most amazing thing ever. This book is about a 12-year-old boy who tries to make sense of the world. His father is a cowboy, his mother is a scientist, and who's been looking for a mythical species of beetles. His brother is gone and his sister seems normal but she isn't, and he makes sense of that by drawing maps, and I think that he gets an award and then he has to travel all over the country to go to like dinners and award shows and everything, something like that. But I love books from children's point of view, and this just seems absolutely amazing. And then for my September TBR, I hope I will be able to read some more books, but I definitely will read Persuasion by Jane Austen. It's about a 26-year-old woman, if I'm correct, who was engaged but who decided not to marry this man that she loved, and now she's 26 and no one will marry her anymore. And she has two sisters, and it's about their family. The man that she was supposed to marry, he comes back into her life, and well, it's what happens next, and if they will fall in love again, and if they will marry again eventually. And I will also read Aristotle and then to Discover the Secrets of the Universe by Benjamin Alire Sáenz, which I will not even try to pronounce because I will definitely pronounce it incorrect. And this was on my August TBR, but I didn't read it, which makes me very sad because I really want to read it, as I have been wanting to read this one for so long, and then now I finally have it on my shelves and I don't read it, which is just ridiculous. This is a book about two boys, and they're quite the opposites of each other, and they become friends, so it's about like a lot of character development and just a story about two friends, and I think the writing in this one is amazing and it just looks so good, and I really want to read it now. I won't set my hopes too high for more books, but I should be able to read a third book. I don't know which book I want to read, but probably either The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald or Landline by Rainbow Rowell. Rainbow Rowell is one of my favourite writers, and Landline is an adult romance about a woman whose marriage is kind of messed up, and then she finds a way that she's able to communicate with her husband from the past, and it's about whether she should fix her marriage or not. So it's just a love story, and Rainbow Rowell is just great. A little light reading, and if I'm not really in the mood for light reading but in the mood for classics, which I'm usually, I want to read F. Scott Fitzgerald that I have in this beautiful edition. So that was it for today, this weird video in which I combine everything. Please let me know what you read in August and what you want to read in September. I would be very interested to know that. Have a very good day and happy reading. Bye!